I like to think that I'm my own man, but if you want me, you can have me on you. So, John, congratulations on reaching the penultimate speech for the Competent Communication Manual. I was a little bit concerned when you weren't talking about ERP or something like that. I think this is the first speech that I've heard that hasn't delved into those details, and I was really glad because in this speech you engaged the audience. You weren't so focused on getting through the topic, and you used your props very effectively, much more effectively than PowerPoint would have been. I appreciated the fact that you took the time to prepare your visual aid, and yet it wasn't intrusive at all. I liked how you started with humor and how you engaged the audience with specific questions relating to the theme of your speech. In your speech, you used almost all of the techniques in the preceding projects. You had excellent organization, you had a clear opening, body, and conclusion. You gave us the 3 points you were going to make, you made the points, and then you summarized them. You had the best vocal variety from any of your speeches that I've heard, and maybe it had to do with the subject matter and engaging the audience. I mean, you were much more charismatic than I've ever seen, and your gestures were quite effective. I have three suggestions. One is you used a word in there that I'm not going to repeat, but is in Toastmasters is just a little bit questionable. It was a very effective word because it conveyed a very clear and vivid image. I haven't had my lunch yet, so I may wait a while.
The ship sandwich.
I see. I guess I misheard on that. The other is the ending. I thought was a little bit abrupt. Again, you did give us a recap ending. If it was a little bit longer, I think to hit all of the points and drive them home. My biggest suggestion had to do with your topic. The objective of a number 9 speech is to persuade with power, and to persuade someone, you want to take them from where they are to somewhere else. You're giving a speech to Toastmasters to convince them to persuade us to join Toastmasters. That's kind of preaching to the choir. In other words, a topic that somehow persuaded us to do more than what we've already agreed to. In other words, we've already been persuaded to join Toastmasters. Now try to persuade us to do something else. Join one of my, well, I had an imaginary club called Boastmasters, but that was from 10 years ago. Or perhaps persuade us to take the communication to a higher level with taking things outside the club more, maybe doing more speaking like that. But overall, excellent number 9 speech. I was persuaded. Mr. Toastmaster.